Okay, welcome to Thursday, the 7th of July. So we're going to start off with some active recovery. And the idea behind this is kind of like it's a lactate clearance workout, meaning can I learn to move as a way to recover? So what we're going to start off with is maximum hang squat cleans in 20 seconds. All right, and then you're going to do 40 seconds of recovery deadlifts. We used to do this with power cleans, but it's really hard to recover with an explosive workout like that or to teach people to do it. So make sure you set up the 20 on, 40 off transition. I would let's try to give them a warning on the deadlifts at like 5 seconds so that they can start to prep to do that hang squat clean. If they miss a few seconds of recovery, not the end of the world, we don't want them to not max out on that. You'll do that 5 times. So it's only 5 minutes long. So it's kind of a push really hard for 20 seconds, move and recover at about half the speed you were going, so we can learn to recover from that. And then give them a couple minutes to rest. And then we're going to do good mornings for actual load, which we usually do them as part of a circuit. Here we're going to do them for load. This is a wide stance. Good morning. Focus before we even touch a barbell on putting their hand on their back and making sure they understand how far they can go with a neutral spine, and then keep a good eye on that because they won't do it. And then we want to go from an RPE of 2 on the first set, do a couple at 3, let them get settled into using some heavier weights, and then we go to a 4. So this should be a relatively heavy load, right? Which is something we don't normally do. Make sure they're not exceeding that range of motion that they had from without a barbell. Make sure the thing stays neutral, goes on the 2. But we actually want to push a heavy load into the good morning for this. Then we finish off with Life is Beautiful, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, overhead squat, dumbbell push press. All right, there is a CrossFit variation on this, which is handstand push-up. It's basically 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. So half the number for dumbbell push press. You want something super light here, right? We want this to be more of a muscle endurance conditioning type thing. So it's not super heavy. And we can kind of move with it. If you try to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with even a relatively heavy overhead squat, it's going to be slow, especially with that push press. So make sure that they understand that, as usual, the lowest level, because last time we did this, they didn't notice the lowest level is PVC, so they counted up from the 3315. Lowest level is the PVC here, guys. So even with the PVC, make sure they're doing it pretty, but make sure that they're sticking with a level that they normally do, or that they can do 30 plus with, right? If I said you have to do 30 with this and you're like, ooh, I could maybe do it, but it'd be tough. It's, again, too heavy. Super light is what we're looking for here. Super light, super pretty. If they absolutely refuse to go light on a overhead squat because they can't overhead squat and they're like, that's going to be too easy, it won't be. But if they can't do it, or if they refuse to do it, you can do a front squat and just bump them up a level. You won't get this exact same stimulus, but it should be helpful. Push press, same thing, 30 plus when you're fresh. Should be relatively light, which is why the handstand push-ups have been halved, right? Yeah, so easy peasy, nothing super complicated. It's got a 10-minute cap. If they don't go light, they ain't gonna finish it. It is what it is. It also, I should mention, each thing should be done unbroken. And the reason we're gonna do these unbroken is because it helps you push beyond where you're normally at, right? So there's a lot of times if it was 10-9, I would set that bar down and shake it out. I don't need to. I wanted to. And this was going to kind of teach us to keep moving and push through that thing to finish whole rounds rather than stopping because we feel like it. We stop when we need to or when we plan to, which is most efficient. This is going to teach us we can go a little farther than we think we can. No big deal. If they break, they break. It's not the end of the world, but the idea is that they don't do that. All right.